Hi everybody, this is my last video. This is Kia. This is a testing site, and not just a testing site, but a um, site where we can assess the students. It's got a lot of activities, and that's what I'll show you today. Just to give you some pre-warning on this, I am cheap, and so I haven't redid my subscription to this. You have to pay for it. There's very little things for it for free. My principal does reimburse me. It's well worth the $50 a year. It saves a lot of time and hassle. It documents students' progression, regression, all of that. So this is just a 30-day trial that I have here. It's kia.com. If you notice up here, if you were to go to the home page, I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with it. And let me get it booted up. School districts can. I am using this right here. I haven't used these two very much. So this one I will be more interested, especially once I get my actual yearly subscription. So, and then you can buy a district-wide one or a school-wide one. So, so this is my name here, if you guys see that. You guys have my profile, but you can add classes. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new class. Let's say that my first hour this year is free algebra. And the end date will be in January. Oh, excuse me. Actually, let's do December, and I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be the 23rd. Okay. I can enroll, or students can enroll, and I'll show you how to do that. And I would just do instructor enroll, especially with me because I have a small amount of kids. If you have a district-wide one, usually they have an ID already done in. And so all you have to do is type in the first three letters of their last name and it will pop right up. And it's really cool because I can see what they've done in other classes, okay? So I've got class 1. Here's this page there. Say hello. Here's some links. All of that, okay? So, and I'm going to go ahead and scroll down and edit roster. So, like I was saying earlier, if you had a district-wide one that you could just pull up. So I'm going to put Doe, Jane, and Doe, Dosis, and Joe. And then I'll do Dosis. And I'm going to put 1. Okay. So then you can have an ID, which is nice because you can carry on for the next one, especially if you're in a small school district. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and press continue. This is their usernames. These are very important when you go through. And you can add, you can remove, you can send them an email. If you send them an email, this is their password. So what I'm going to do is write this down. Jane Doe 7269 Wing. So I can go and get these done for their passwords, and you'll see here in a little bit why that's important. Okay, I'm going to save that. Okay, now I'm going to go to activities. You can create flashcards matching concentration, jumble words, all of that. So you have Battleship. I'm going to go ahead and go. And I'm going to say, what is 4 plus 4. And so I'm going to skip back. I'm actually going to start on the quiz, okay? This is what I like to use, and this is where I think I'm going to change things up really differently next year, where they have their homework, they'll have their in-class work, and then I'm going to give them a quiz. And so they won't get very much credit for the homework. However, I'll have the quiz and they get to use their homework on the quiz, and so it helps them if I have students that have a lot of attendance issues, which I do. Some kids come about 40% of the time. So I can just give them this, they can do the work, and then you'll see the next part. So let's say quiz 1. So simple addition problems. Okay, so I'm going to add about 5, and these are multiple choice. You have true and false, fill in, initial answer, essay matching. Okay, so I'm going to add these here. And so what is 4 plus 4? And you can choose, and you can put 4, 2, 8, 9. Okay? And I'm going to, one thing I like to do here too is I like to randomize the questions. Okay? You can add an image, which I have done before. And I'll show you that here. And then add an image. Oh, sorry. Add image here. And I'll get an image. Oh, you have to add those in there. There is a little bit easier way to do that, and you can cut and paste from here. So I'm going to just do one more question, and then I'll delete the other ones. So what color is this dog? And I'm going to scroll down, and my parents show dogs, so I'm hoping that this will work because I'm not used to their computer. So I'm going to take this picture. I'm going to take this picture, and I think I can drop it in here. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to pause just to make sure. I don't know if this is going to work. I'll show you the picture of the dog real quick. This is Dubby right here. And he's beautiful. He's my parents' Shar-Pei, and he's a pretty high-end one. Okay. So purple, and then green. So we go here, and I'm going to randomize. I do not recommend randomizing if you have a question of both A and B, A, B, A and D, or all of the above. Don't do that, please. Okay. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to add one more, and I don't want multiple choice. I'm sorry. I'm going to add one more, and I want to have, you can have fill in, which is really cool if you have, or the matching is really cool if you're doing anatomy and you just want to match certain places. You have essay, which is over 300 or 400 words, and it's right here. How are you today? And then they say fine. Okay. And so I'm gonna, and then you can have that. The short answer is only for like 140 words. Okay. I'm gonna delete these. Okay. And now I'm going to preview so I can see. Oh, I have to go back and I have to choose the answer. Okay. And preview. And then the dog picture did not show up, then I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm going to go ahead and do these. And going back, I'm going to go back one more. So when you're doing that, you can actually make this worth as many points as you want. I think I clicked too quickly. Okay, I'm gonna reboot this, I'm sorry. Eight, and there. So you can make sure that they have more of a, this is what I have here. Continue editing, that looks great. I'm done. Okay, so here's the things that I want to stress here. Is that you sign this to the class, the given class. I'm going to have the students. Okay, you're going to click on that. Login required, so that the kids have to log in to take the test, because what happens is they can go in through a time. This is what I love here, is you have a time limit. You can have 1 to 10 times attempted. I can say that they can get their score back right there on the spot and find out what the summary and the correct answers. I found with that is that I don't like doing that, because the kids start focusing on the answer and then freak out of the test before I even get a chance to grade it, especially those essays. So they think that they got like 30%, when in actuality, if I have an essay for them, they could probably get an 80%, because that essay is not included in their 30%, or that other one. So they could get 6 out of 10 right on the multiple choice, get a 60%, but in reality do really well if you weight that there. So then you have, this is when it's allowed, and then this is the really cool thing. You put in your keyword, and I'm going to just put key. So then when they have that, so not everybody in the world can take that test. You issue it out on the paper. You go there, and then if you have a student that wants to retake it, needs to take it in another room, or they just have problems, then you can do that. Okay, so then you have class settings as well. One thing I found, and then when you have the results, which we can't see here, is that you can see the test scores that have not been, you can see the answers that have been most wrongly answered, so you can throw that out. You can throw out a lot of different other things. You can go grade them. You can say, oh, I messed up on what this meant, or I put the wrong answer, and you can go back and change it right there on the spot, or throw them out, which I really like. What I was talking to you earlier is that they have activities with Battleship, and so it's kind of a review activity. I do it mainly for the quizzes, and then you can see the growth, because there's a really nice bar graph, but I don't have my kiddo stuff up here, so I can't show it to you. Plus, also confidentiality as well. I just want to say that these are for my standards, or ISTED 2, provide study in multiple varied formats and summative assessments with content aligned with standards technology and relates to data informed for learning technology. And then the other one was promote and support. Okay, and it was ISTE 3D, and this is the S, the student one, model and facilitate effective use of current and technology tools that